Good morning, everybody. Astro gravitational report, real time, real life, real situations. Coming on live in Florida. We having a twin flame gathering last night. We had so much to coming in, so much to talk about, and people from the live chat that we are gathering here in Florida. We had a very good time. Uh, we get to know each other more in person, uh, cook together, talk together, some of the situations that we went into it, the learnings, sharings, and so on and so on. That is it, the beauty of the soul family. That is the beauty of going in there and learning the things. Very interesting today because today is going to be a very kind of like an interesting day because most of the day today, the moon and Venus, they're actually going to be triggered only by the ascendant and the midheaven. So usually when the moon and Venus coming together, that is the intuitions and love, or love for money, or situations that is with this is going to be triggered. This could be a proper understanding about love and what love that is not money and the intuitions in there, and listen at the other side in there. And hi, Grande. Good morning to you. You guys gonna hear some birds, maybe cars and so on. But that's the beauty of the life. You get in the life music of the surrounding. So, talking about that today, for it, look inside of you about what was the uh, learning of love from your mother you got, and on the other side, looking inside of you, what was your intuition tells you about love. You'll find out like an empty void spot today. That it's emptiness, void for it. You need to understand that within that void, what you will find today, you find yourself. And in that void place, it's you who has to build this. You have to build this love within and there within yourself. You have to get this energies and look at it deep. It is that was the passing informations of mother to daughter was beautiful for you, or that was a destructive from it. You're gonna get the both sides. You're gonna look at it, but don't blame your mother because her mother probably don't know what to love. Okay, so there's gonna be a triggers on this, and together with Mercury retrograde situations, right now it is about to dive deep from within. Just because of the sun. Donna, beautiful setting deal. Looking forward to the report. Hi, Soul family, sending love to all. Yeah, they're all here. And there's almost sleeping right now because last night we went too far. That's what last night I didn't make the astro gravitational report, but that was the beauty. We stayed late, we communicate, we talk, and we did a good time. We had a good time, and we're gonna have some very good time today for it. And some of the things later on will be shared on YouTube on the main channel. So, with that being said, I'm going on to the graph, and I'm gonna go through the day with the astro gravitational report. In to things to look forward, that will be that throughout the day, the moon is gonna be disengaged from Venus, and she's gonna begin to squares the midheaven. And at that time, actually at 10 p.m., that's going to be the inner work in there about Venus and the moon. So throughout the day at 10 o'clock at night, you're going to have maybe a hard time. But you need to understand that hard time builds strong people. And looking inside of you, you have that strongness within yourself. So to begin with everything, I'm gonna go back into all the way back into the morning there. So if your time it's at 7 o'clock in the morning, midheaven it's together with Pluto. that it squares the north node and the sun and Jupiter. That is a lack of the growth. Maybe right now you're not growing materialistically, not growing. There is something with the growth there to slow down. Yes, you need to slow down at some point because you have to see, are you going in the right directions in life? Are you going through the right situations for it? Is this is the right road for you? So in the morning, Midheaven and Pluto, they actually, has it been, they're beautiful sextile with Neptune. You see the visions of what's going on. You're waiting on those visions to materialize. Neptune is sextiling with Uranus and the ascendant at this time, which just gives you the directions and connections in there with the universe to what's going on in the material world. It is the material world. Everything is going according to your plan or to the universe plan. And 10, all that energy is ending with Mars, which is Mars is your actions. Mars right now is in Cancer. There's the actions about family. This is why it's a good time to get together with family. But what is your family? You can have a family of friends. Friends can be your family, soul family, spiritual family, universal family for it, or your 3D understanding life about family. What is your actions is going to be. So since Mars is only on planet at the Cancer, it may look like for the masculine energy, that is a like those energies that you see, like the masculine is like alone within the family, he's by himself. But looking inside of you, what you do at the inner work and the out of the situations that has been done, Mars has been doing pretty well with everything. So this is gonna be at 7 o'clock. The ascendant is at 22 degrees of Taurus. You're gonna look something within the material world, providing, looking at for the provisions, looking at to creations, look at it to make something, look at it to put the money and the love coming together for happiness. This is a work within the material world, and you're gonna be see making a plans for a better future. So later on at 8 o'clock, midheaven goes into Aquarius, rebellious situations. You don't like what the universe has. Maybe you think that the universe stopping you. Yes, universe stopping you because you have to learn lessons. And what are the lessons are? Mercury retrograde is in Taurus. The wrong situations about the material possessions, about the material world, about everything that you know about this Taurus energies right now, it has to be revised. But to remind you that when a Mercury retrograde begins, you begin to learn the lessons from letter Z going towards to letter A. He turns direct and he goes from letter A to all the way to letter Z. All right, that's how the retrogrades are working. Retrograde, that's mean I am redoing things, remaking for it. Strangely, in Bulgarian language, okay, is actually very beautiful explanations about this. Uh, it comes from the word gradya, graden, which is means I make, but with the re, I remake, redo, rethink, re-get, reposition myself. So, looking at within those energies inside of it, within this, you're going to find out that you're rebelling against the slowdown, rebelling against things that's not going. Yes, they're not going because you have not learned the lesson. And this is why pay attention to this Mercury retrograde season, because this is going to be a beautiful lessons that you are going to be demolishing things, but you are going to be after them when the Mercury comes forward, you're gonna be creating, you're gonna be building things in the material world. Okay, ascendant At that time, ascendant it's at 8 o'clock. It is together with the moon and Venus, which is they're coming together at the 14 degrees of Gemini. In there, there's a beautiful trines with the mid heavens. You understand the inner work that it needs to be done. I mean, if you got the wrong ideas about love and situations inside of it, and now things doesn't go away. Okay, you are focused on the material things and the positions, but you're not focused on the love, the internal love within the soul. Now you understand that values doesn't mean anything. Money, situations, and so on and so on, they don't mean anything anymore. They are pointless. If you have possessions of so many things, but you have no love, what do you have? Nothing. And now you understand the proper values of this. And that's going to be working with the intuitions inside of you. And it's going to be working with mothering inside of you. Maybe you have to look yourself, the feminine energies inside of you. That is the mother, daughter from within you. Are you the right mother? Are you the right daughter? Did you act about this? And so on. So there's going to be maybe a complications, maybe a conflicts and so on. But look at this is going to help you to develop yourself. Pallavi, hi. Thank you for coming in. Good morning to you. So this is going to be the moments that we realize about today, what the day is, what is it going on, what are you going to be working on. As you see, the ascendant is at 8 o'clock in there, but at 10 o'clock the midheaven is going to be. So you have a very big span throughout the day to actually thinking what are you going to tell yourself at 10 o'clock tonight about all these energies, because they're going to be bringing a conflict with Mars. It is like the mother and the daughter blaming the masculine energies in the family. No, it's not. Before you blame somebody, you have to look from within yourself, your understanding about these energies, your understanding and learning for it. And be mindful, it's a Mercury retrograde, so try not to have things from, communications that you're going to feel sorry about that later on. All right. So at 9 o'clock, that energy will change. Mm. Midheaven, it's going to be with Saturn, the learning, the teacher. You're going to be have to look inside of yourself. Who's the learner? There is a lot of quotes inside. They have been written about this, about teaching and so on, and learning. I mean, you can read thousands of books out there. You can have a lot of knowledge out there. Did you read the more important book? You. You're like a book, but do you read yourself? And some of you is going to be learning these situations now with this Mercury retrograde to learn yourself, to read yourself, to be a knowledge about yourself. And that is going to be coming at 9 o'clock. You can come to the point. It's like, yeah, I was like this, I was like that. I didn't learn. I didn't taught myself on this. I should have known better. I should have done things differently, so on and so on. That energy actually is pretty good with what? It's very good with the North Node. Karma. Do you suffering consequences? Are you getting the situations inside of it within this? And you're gonna be looking at it deep inside of you. It's like, OMG, what the heck? It's you. You're finding yourself, and you have the power to correct yourself. But with all these energies that right now the moon and Venus are actually together at the 14th degree of Gemini, and the ascendant is in the Gemini. Right now, you're seeing things, but be careful what you see, because you might see the wrong ideas about within the ego, maybe self aggravations, maybe self pity for you. It's not about to feel pity for you. It is about to find the reality and act accordingly from within yourself about the truth. So later on that, okay, Pallavi wrote something. Just one second, I gotta see. All right. Well, morning. Thank you. And talking about this energy later on at 10 o'clock is going to change. Midheaven goes into a Pisces, very beautiful times. This is to realize and finalize your emotions. But as I said before, in Pisces, what fish are you looking at? Are you looking at for the sunny fish? That is a goal on the top, and you can see it. It's the playful fish. Or you're looking at the shark that is down and lurking into the darkness for what you, each one you are. And midheaven, it's going to be squaring at that time the moon and Venus. Usually, that is a intense energies within your emotions. There are and the love, the duality of love. What is love? You to show love to the society that you own a big house, you have a 10 cars, you have this and this, so on. But the house is empty. There is no love in there. So what do you got? Bunch of metals and a bunch of bricks in expensive situations that really don't have a values. Back in the days, you may find out that those that are abandoned mansions, those that are abandoned things that you weren't able to do because you understand the real value inside of you is you, the value of the love you possess inside of it. And this is going to be kind of like an interesting moment because the ascendant is together with Mars. That is actually is going to put in it's like the proper actions you are going to take in your life to understand all this. Since the moon and Venus at this time there in Gemini, this is a fight within the duality, the two things in the air. What are you going to be reevaluate? You can understand the love, can understand the material things. When you put them together, you're building the things with love. Then everything makes sense. You can have richness, you can have the cars, you can have the houses, you can have everything. But when they have inside of it the love, that is what. When you are actually value yourself, value the things much better. So the huge lesson is about today, and there's gonna be some a lot of good work has been done, and it's gonna be on the next hour. Midheaven it's crossing into areas of the 4 degrees. There's gonna be in all major aspects. Ascendant is at 21 degrees at Cancer. That is going to be opposing Pluto, and that's going to become squaring Jupiter. Yeah, you have not grown to that positions. You maybe realize that you haven't grown to this position to understand that if there is no peace and love in the house is not a house, is not a love in there. And if you're getting into these positions inside of you, you're learning what it would do is wrong, what it needs to be transformed, why it have not been transformed, why it have not been changed, what happened with all this. And through that complications in there for with that growth, he actually Mars is going to and you look in everything. Mars is a beautiful sextile with Mercury retrograde and Uranus. That is the masculine energy inside of you, or understanding the masculine energies inside of you within the family. They're working right now. They're getting the messages and the visions inside of you. They're going to be coming in because Mars is in trine with Neptune, and Neptune is sextile with Pluto. So through the conflict, you see the right actions you need to look. But if you have the anger is gonna clouding your visions of what it is. That is it when the ego overpowers you inside in the family, and you're like, it's gonna be my way or the hard way. And usually there is no my way or the hard way because it's missing the we way. In the family there is no I. So it's missing the we, us, and so on. And hi Tiffany H for it. Thank you. Thank you for being here and looking inside of it. These masculine energies, they're going to tell you a lot because you finally understand love in the family is us. And Mars has been understanding this. You're going to find out what is your action has to be to have this beautiful family. This is why things doesn't happen now because you haven't realized things that goes on deep inside of you. So you have to look from within yourself. So at noon, midheaven is going to be with Chiron and at Aries, and this could be kind of like interesting energies because he's squaring Mars. Mars is going to look the things they has not learned right, that not healed. Maybe past relationships, maybe past situations, maybe a past hurt, pains, and so on. They are not beautiful for these situations inside. Ascendant is at 3 degrees of Leo. There is a divine energies with Saturn. The divine lessons begins where the fifth year, that is the growth of the child. Your child begins to learn there because understand what family is, and now he has to work on himself to become better. Have to become the king of that family. That is that transition from Cancer to Leo. This is why the Leo it is about the child. But who is the child? The sun. The sun from within you, the light from within you. Okay, and Saturn is teaching that lessons pretty well because Saturn right now it's connecting with the sun and the North Node. They are together. As you see it, there's going to be some very good lessons that's coming in that. You see those lessons inside of you. And some of you, maybe late at night, you're going to be having dreams, waking up, and understanding about this energy. Because this energy right now is only an ascendant. To remind you, the ascendant, it's coming to you as a visions. What you have to look for. And when that same energy goes into the midheaven, you are working on that. Okay? Just because you see something, that doesn't mean you have to do it. You only see. Okay, and through that period of time, usually it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 hours, depends of the correlations between the ascendant and the midheaven. This is how you actually organize your life. If you pay attention, you see something, and later on you're dealing with this. You have to act upon it. That is the correlations. That is what the power of the gravity is. You understand it, and the gravity is giving you the visions of life. That's how the universe works. And paying attention within the ascendant is going to help you a lot. The ascendant is squaring the sun and the north node. During that positions, actually, this is you standing on your own light. You're standing against your destiny, or the destiny and the karma is upon you. Depends on what you do in your life, and all that it's squaring Pluto. That's what Pluto says. You have to wait. You have to see, you be in a standby. You have to look inside of yourself, the things that are going through. You need to learn that lesson from ZTA. Okay, that lesson, and then you're gonna redo the things that you do. Hey Matthew, glad to have you here. Thank you for coming in, and continue with this at 1 o'clock. This is gonna be interesting time. You may gonna find it harsh on you, hard on you. There's a lot of gonna be going on. The thing it is that midheaven it's together with the north node and the sun, and they're squaring the ascendant. You're seeing the things from the past effects on the karma, or you currently looking at it's like, yeah, I have a karma to pay, and I have to finish pay the karma so I can be clean and clear for the new building of my life. That is gonna be when you understand that your transformations is on standby, because the things you have in your psyche, things that you have from within you about the material world, why the things doesn't manifest that you want, because you have not grown up to understand how the things work. You have to understand that energy, gravity, frequency, emotions, energies, and everything is you, and you have to learn how to operate them from within your higher self, and that will lead you to the beauty of the life. That is what Pluto is going to transform us in the age of Aquarius. This is why you have that Mercury retrograde. You're gonna see when the Mercury turns retrograde, he's gonna be squaring at some point Pluto. That is gonna be your point A. Pluto's gonna lead you to the problems, what you have to redo in your life. So later on at 2 o'clock, the ascendant goes into 27 degrees of Leo. If you pay attention, that was a last year, the divine energies of Leo. That is beautiful visions that it's gonna be. It's a beautiful trine. It's with the North Node and the Sun and the Mercury. Now you see how to make that growth that Jupiter gives you. I create myself. I don't depend on others. Jupiter is in Aries. I do it my way. I know what I need to do from within me. I not knew how to build from within me. I have everything within me. That's what Jupiter in Aries is. The power of the God that creates the world. That's what goes in there. Okay. So this energy is gonna be pretty good on that situations, but you gonna be going against Saturn, against the karmic ruler. You cannot go against that guy. That guy knows what he's doing. That's what is this energy of Saturn. Saturn is the teacher. You have not grown. You can't do the things because you have not grown. You can't be a 5 year old and trying to build a house. You need to learn how to build a house. And that's what this is. Build a house from within you, the house in your internal world, from within yourself. Because the visions inside of your internal self, then they're going to become reality. Who makes the reality? Is you working together with everything, with the gravity, with the frequency, with the energies, with the emotions. That you comes in and empowering yourself. So later on at 3 o'clock, the things are gonna be focus of healing. The ascendant goes in Virgo. Beautiful energies with Mars. That energy from Mars goes those Uranus in there and Mercury retrograde. Um, there is a beautiful direct trines with the North Node and the Sun. There's a beautiful energy of Mercury retrograde with the ascendant, but ascendant is still is going to be opposing Saturn, and it's going to be squaring the Moon and Venus. It's correlated, right? If you got the wrong understanding of your intuitions about money, if you got like, yeah, I gotta have this rich guy, and I'm not gonna be working on my life, or someone, if you have to get to this woman that you can only have to cook for me, I'm gonna be the happiest guy, and so on. Well, that's the wrong side of the love, and you're gonna be looking at those situations to heal inside of you, because the ascendant is gonna show you where the problems are. Basically, you're gonna feel the pain, but to feeling the pain, you're going where? You're going to the doctor. Who is the doctor? You. The way you think, the way you process. So I was talking about the last night. I asked very good questions in there, and I told them, you fix your psychology problems, you can fix your energy problems. You fix your energy spirituality problems, you're going to fix your psychology problems. So it's very interesting how these two are correlated from within. So looking at inside of you, there is going to be a moment of time that is going to be showing up where the problems are. Question is are you going to take the actions? For what? What is the reason to take those actions? The reason for those actions is Mars in Cancer. You're the warrior. What you knew for you about creating something new as a family. You learned that. The masculine energy, when Mars was retrograde in Gemini, exactly at that 14 degrees, he learned everything. But it's going to be coming to the point when Venus and the moon, they're going to be mad at what's going on. They are, because that triggers these deceiving feminine energies. And some of the Mars is going to be agitated about this. But the real problem still exists. You have to look your understanding. Are you been the deceiver or you've been deceived? And why? And what are you gonna do with that point? So later on at 4 o'clock, the ascendant is at 21 degrees of Virgo. That is going to be exactly looking at into the wounds of that. I was just talk about it. Midheaven, it's together with the moon, and Venus is squaring Neptune, and it is squaring the ascendant of Virgo. And ascendant, it is actually opposing Neptune. The wrong visions, the wrong teachings, the wrong ideas about family life, love, and so on. And at the end, if you did the wrong learning, the wrong understanding inside, you have a wrong result. This is going to be huge revaluations inside of it. Why? Because Pluto right now, it tells you, you see, you can have to make the same, repeating same mistakes as before. I'm not letting you go forward. I am pushing you to move forward. You're gonna be making more damage. As the damage you see now, evaluate your damage from within you, fix it from within you, heal from within you, and I'm giving you the best powers. What are those powers are? Mercury retrograde and Uranus as a beautiful trine with the ascendant, and Mars it is with sextile with the ascendant and Virgo. You know how to heal, you know what to heal, and you know how to do the things inside. So, talking about later on at 5 o'clock, the ascendant goes in Libra. Yeah, those are the energies that you're going to see about these divine energies of the way the life was created, the beautiful, this divine energies that you're dreaming about love, about relationships, about partnerships inside of you. There is a divine energy with the North Node and the Sun. They are coming together with the divine energies towards the ascendant, and Saturn has a divine energies with ascendant. You've seen it. You're gonna see these visions deeply inside of you about that balance. But the wrong side of that visions, that's gonna be your ego. That's gonna be trigger you. And but I don't picture this. I don't see this. He wasn't like that, or he wasn't midheaven. It's at 3 degrees of Cancer. That is a squaring with Neptune. You see the wrong situations in the family. You see the wrong things. Maybe within your family, things are not right. Maybe you grow up in the wrong environment in your family. Maybe your family cramped down and crushed towers. That's what it is. You have to let this go. Because if you hold on to all those lower vibrations, all those lower energies, all this that was gone, it wasn't created right, you're gonna missing the divine energies. And this is why the North Node and the Saturn have this beautiful yacht in there towards Libra. It is about to have the right relationships, the right partnerships within you. And first of all, what it that begins with yourself. Because what's in you, that's what it's on outside of you. And if you want to have the perfect relationship with somebody, you gotta have the perfect relationship with you. This is why it's more important you to read your own book. You, okay? You. So later on at 6 o'clock, the ascendant goes at 15 degrees of Libra. There's the divine energies with Mercury retrograde and Uranus. There's a beautiful trines with the moon and Venus. Of course, this is a within the air. You're going to be giving, feeling the emotions of what it's right. What is the things they need to be? What is the correlations in there? What is the damage that it's there? But during at this time, the ascendant is squaring with Mars and it's opposing Jupiter. Why would you be mad of someone who wasn't grown up teaching you how you to grow up? They weren't growing up. Are you gonna be mad about it? Are you gonna hold them responsible for your failure because you did not know things? That's a grudges. That's a hate. That's ignorance inside of it. Now, this thing's gonna help you. They don't help Mars in the family. They don't help of building the proper relationship. And most of all, they don't help you to build the right thing. It more leads to destruction. But if you look at it inside of all this, you will destroy the things that were wrong, and you will understand the things that you have to build right from within you. So later on at 7 p.m., this cardinal energy is going to be kind of like interesting in there. It's going to be some very intense moments. Midheaven goes to the 1 degree of Leo. That is at oppositions of the 1 degree of Pluto. In there, the beginning of the growth of the child that resists not to grow. So you have to look inside of you. What was the resistance? You were resisting when you were growing as a child? Were you not happy when they told you you should do this, this, and this? And you're like, no, I don't want to. Who was that I don't want to? It was your ego, building up ego because you want things your own way. This is when you build your ego. This is when you learn about the ego. That's the age of 5. Okay? This is after you understand who is a mom and dad, you understand who they are as a person. Now so you're trying to control them so you can get what you want. If your mom doesn't give you that will, if your dad doesn't give you a mom will, you begin to learn the manipulations inside of it. And now this energy is going to be coming in. But you need to understand that energy of midheaven, it is squaring the north node of the sun. So if you are practicing this in maturity throughout life, you're understanding this, what I'm talking about, from within yourself. And that is squaring also Pluto. And that's squaring also the ascendant, that is at 26 degrees of Libra. And guess what? You see the divine visions. That there was, in both sides, there was issue. Your ego on the one side, and lack of maturity of your parents or your mother or your love inside of you that didn't build you right. So who can write in your book? You. You are the writer in that book. But the beauty it is that you have the rights to tear the pages. You have the rights to rewrite the book using what's in you. Okay, and this is why these energies right now are helping you with all this. Ascendant, it's going to be a trine with Venus, and the ascendant it is in trine with Saturn. And looking at them, this, you know, you learn these karmic lessons inside of you. You're learning the positions there. And talking about 8 o'clock, we're going to go into the shadow. It's the shadow work inside. Midheaven, it's together with Lilith. Does Lilith have something to do with it? Of course she does. I mean, Lilith is squaring Mercury retrograde in Uranus. This is your lower self, feminine energy that is like, oh, I'm not worried about this message. I'm not worried about the universe. I'm not worried about this. I'm controlling it on my own way. But Midheaven and Lilith, they are going to begin to learn because right now your intuitions goes within Lilith. Your intuitions is sextiling with Lilith. Okay, and now since Lilith is retrograde, but Venus and the Moon goes forward, that energy is going to come in. Do you remember the last year when Venus, Moon, and Lilith all come together? That is the healing of 3 generations of females. That's what this is. This energy is going to be triggered on that point. The growth, and it's going to be what was in the shadow to stop this manipulation games as a feminine energy, but to build the goddess from within you. Some of you is going to build the goddess from within you. Some of you, though, they're going to be still acting of that. lower vibrations of the feminine controls the masculine and being the boss of the family. And again, being the boss in the family, there is no we. It's I am the boss of the family. I am this. I'm controlling. I, but there is no I and we. So learning lessons in there and the shadow work. And Mars, it is trining with the ascendant. And Mars is like, not anymore. I don't care if you're feminine and so on. I can be on my own, but I don't need all this because I know all this leads to the destruction. I cannot build that. I cannot build this family that I need to build. So there's going to be a lot of growth within both feminine and the masculine energies. 9 o'clock, there, midheaven goes in Virgo. The healings. Ooh-ha. Yeah. Going back into that doctor situations, you feel the pain. You're going to the doctor, right? Who's the doctor? You. And if you cannot reach yourself, you're going to somebody else to reach you and help you to figure out the things within yourself. That's going to be need you a lot of honesty. And that's what this midheaven at 2 degrees of Virgo is, a divine energies with Pluto. Your personal own transformations in there, because you're healing your psyche, you're healing your energies inside of you, you're healing the soul, and the spirit within you helps you to heal your psyche from within you. But that is your personal responsibility, not like waiting on somebody to do it for you. Nobody can do that for you. It's you. You're the healer. You're the healer from within. Saturn, though, it's in oppositions with them in heaven. Saturn is like actually, don't grow. You're going to repeat doing the same thing. And if you are angry and agitated for this, you're going to feel like you're self sabotaging yourself. What is going to be? You're still not going to grow. Still not going to transform yourself because you're weak within your energies, within your actions. This is why Mars is in a beautiful trine with the ascendant that is in Scorpio, digging into the shadow, digging into the shadow. The ascendant is in divine energies with Venus. You understanding that what it was done in the shadow was wrong. You killed the love inside of you. This is why right now you don't have love. This is why you don't feel the love inside of you. So a lot of going on in there. And this is why the retrograde Mercury is very powerful energies. To remind you, Z, you learning Z, Y, X, and going back to the point A. All right. Uh, Maria Richards. Good morning, dear. Good set. You looks like that you have. I can't see too much because the sun is not over to the screen. Um, for, but good to see you. Look like you have a. I cannot read it. Beautiful day. Hello, everyone. Well, thank you for the beautiful day. I appreciate it. And to go back into the report there, 10 o'clock midheaven is at 18 degrees of Virgo. And that is going to be squaring the moon, Venus, and opposing Neptune, the wrong visions. Are you going to twist the visions? Are you going to twist the things? You're going to be going fight within inside of it. You're going to blame others. I hope you do not. I hope you do not. Because midheaven actually, the harmonizing energies, they are going with Mars, they're going with Mercury retrograde in Uranus. You're gonna missing the important energies. Otherwise, if you go in the old way, you twisting, using the intuitions for twisting, making things, manipulations, things, and so on and so on. Guess what's gonna happen? The midheaven, it is squaring the moon and Venus. The moon and Venus are squaring Neptune, and all that energy it is opposing with heaven. You're not going to see, you're not going to do the work. All you're going to have is aggravations, and you're gonna feel pity, sorry for yourself. Nobody helped me, nobody teach me. I'm helpless, hopeless, and so on. No, you're not. You're actually getting a very good help. The very good help is you to pick yourself up, which is Mars. You have very beautiful messages from the universe who's telling you what you need to do. Question is how you gonna do the heal? You're gonna be healing yourself. All right. And later on at 11 o'clock, down midheaven, it's gonna be at Libra, talking about this yarn of between Saturn and the North Node. Saturn, it's the karmic ruler. North Node is the karma that it comes upon you. Things that can happen for you, but you do the proper inner work. You're gonna get this proper relationship inside of you. You're not doing it. You don't have the visions from it yourself. You haven't built yourself. Guess what's happening? The ascendant that is at 14 degrees of Sag, it is opposing the Moon and Venus at Gemini. The Moon and Venus are squaring Neptune, and Neptune is opposing midheaven. Wrong talks, wrong expressions, wrong intuitions, wrong understanding about love leads to wrong visions in life. And that wrong visions harmed you from within you. What was that a base out of it? What was this? Were you a best friendship from within yourself? Did you use or abuse friendship from within? Because the moon and Venus are in the friendship zone. They're in Gemini. This is you and others like you. But how about your personal relationships? You damage your friendship with yourself. It's a lot of inner work coming, guys. Hopefully, you guys gonna do it, okay? Hopefully, you guys gonna get these divine energies working with you, because at that time, at 11 o'clock, we have another young divine energy made. That is it between Mercury retrograde Uranus with the ascendant and Mars with the ascendant. Everything is within your hands. All you do is take these little actions. The difference between winning and losing is that much, as long as you make the difference in life. All right, guys. Now I can take some few questions if you guys have so many questions about it. And I can see the chat a little bit better because I'm probably gonna turn the computer because the light is just for. Let's see. All right. Hi, CF. Some of the people are watching into the room. All right. Uh, Now I can see. There you go. That's much better. Um, Still, okay. I'm missing some. Dio, thank you for your healing energies. We'll wait for a super chat for energies exchange. Donna, stillness, connect of the 0 point with the source and higher self. We must everyday conscious breathing, conscious effort to raise the frequency we heal, and so is the field. Exactly. We working on that. A lot of the people are working actually on this there. And that is the beauty of you healing yourself. You become the example of others, and then you do it. But as you see it, right now it's a learning process for everyone, including myself. I'm learning a lot. Things does not going the way I saw it. I planned it the way the things were. Why? There is something I have not understood. There's something I need to heal. There's something has to happen from within me. Like with everybody else, I'm in the same gravity field as you guys. Okay, it's not more. I'm just reading the gravity field can help, and it's been helping. I getting a very good feedbacks from some of you, and appreciate it for this, and looking at to get this in the next level more and more to help everyone. So that's what it is. Your personal growth is actually what's leading as example, as actions. Because when the actions are seen it by others, uh, that is what you're looking for. Take it at this approach. Don't seek for someone to clap your hand, somebody to pet you in there. No, don't go seek that. Wait until somebody comes in and they clap for you on their own. Okay? That is what you're seeking in there. All right, guys? Okay. Uh, Hi, you. Thank you for all your knowledge. By the way, what is the time zones that you use on this? I usually right now I'm in Florida. And currently, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. But I used for the report. Actually, I use New York time. But if you go and take a look, the energies there is a slightly difference because I compare the energies between 7 o'clock in the morning in Bulgaria. The ascendant is pretty much at the same point. 7 o'clock in the morning in Switzerland, which is I use Zurich in there. The energy is pretty much the same, and I use the 7 o'clock New York time, which is there pretty much the same. So if you look at it, when the Earth is spinning, okay, we have the Sun. So basically, the ascendant points pretty much the same directions at 7 o'clock in the morning, because when the Earth is turning at 7 o'clock in the morning, okay, that ascendant is still going to be rising in there, pretty much in the same point. This is what I use. You okay? Yes, we're in the launch phase. Your report triggers a massive change and have been placed in the path of divine teacher on the sixth May power. 6th of May. We are being protected from divine journeys. Yes, protections is on, but also what is at the same time? You begin to react a little differently in the current energies that goes on. You actually operate because it is what it is. And now you begin to look at it and the priorities. What is your priorities? Change of the priorities for yourself. You are minding of your surrounding, of the energy, of the gravity, the emotions. You are aware of the things right now. And now you have this part of the 3D and the 5D coming together, but also you're looking at for the next level higher, which is that's how we're going to raise the consciousness, and the consciousness is going to raise the quality of life. The quality of life in the psyche is going to build the quality of life into the 3D. Kind of like a simple thing, but people make things complicated. The mind, the ego, the desires, they make things complicated. The soul makes it simple. All right, guys. Love you so much. Let's share the love and the light. And I love you so much. And thank you for all of you that come in here. And I'm going to keeping you updated later on of what is going on. And coming back tomorrow, I'm going to do another astro gravitational report. If I can do it tonight, yeah, but maybe I can do it early in the morning as of right now, because today we have a soul family gathering here, and that is the beauty that we are all together. Most of the people here who are active into the main channel of the live chat, we're actually gathering here in this beautiful place. And of course, let me show you a little bit around what it is. And the beautiful house that we are. Right behind me, there's a beautiful Beautiful. Point out right in there. As the neighbors, they have a very beautiful palm trees. As you see it. There we go. All right, guys. Giving you that good positive energies to all of you. Be love, guys, and don't think too much. Let the things guide you from within you. That's your soul. Be love, guys. Oh yeah, the butterfly. Are you gonna become the butterfly? That is your job. Love you all. Be love, guys.